Hi beauties, so today I'm going to be doing a makeup look with the Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette. This is $7 and we're going to go ahead and dip into that first mauve color up there. And I'm using just a soft bristled brush. It's very fluffy, very flexible, and we're going to go ahead and just distribute that all above our crease. And you want to make sure you have a brush like this just so we don't get any harsh patches or lines or anything. So go ahead and distribute that as much as you would like all over the crease, as little or as much as you want. And after that, we're going to go ahead and use some concealer. You can use any one you want. And we're going to cut our crease. Now, this is the easiest way to do this. You want to get a flat top brush and get the concealer on it. And you just want to carve out wherever you want your crease to be more vibrant. So when you do that, we're going to go ahead and just spread out the concealer everywhere. And what I like to do is actually turn my brush around, and on the dry side, I actually pat it so everything just shuts off easily and I don't have any wet spots of concealer anywhere, because if that does happen, then the next application of eyeshadow will just get stuck on it. So once the crease is cut, this is what it should look like, nice and smooth. And we're going to go ahead and dip back into the palette into that glittery shade. And I'm just getting a packing brush, and we are going to evenly distribute that glitter all over the part where we concealed. Now you can put as little glitter as you want or as much glitter as you want. It really just depends on you. Now, you really have to be precise with the line that we created, and if it's not working too well, you can go ahead and grab a smaller brush, just like I'm doing right now. I'm grabbing a little pencil brush. It's more defined, more flat. There you go. You can look at it right there. And what I'm going to do is get the glitter, and I'm just going to run it along the line so it looks like it's evenly distributed. And what that is going to do is it's going to help define the crease a little more. So we're done with the glitter. We're going to jump back into the palette and get that burgundy color on a big fluffy brush. You always want to start with a light color and end with a dark one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pat it over, or actually right on the side of our glitter and up and above. And what that's going to do, it's going to make it blend evenly so it doesn't look like you just have a line of concealer and a line of glitter. So we really want to go in soft circular motions and blend everything together so it's seamless. And if it's not working out too well, because it really does depend on the brush you're using, you can go ahead and just swift the brush into the glitter part and cover it up and make it look like they're blending together as one. You can do this as heavy or as light as you want, but I'm doing this really light just because this is a beginner's cut crease tutorial. I am doing it as light as I can just so you guys see the dimensions and see all of the results. So now that we are done with that, we're going to go ahead and do some liner. You totally do not have to do this, but I'm just going to go ahead and do this because I love using eyeliner. This is the NYX matte eyeliner. It is very inexpensive. I believe it's only $5. And I know eyeliner can be very tricky. Let me tell you, I did not do any of this at all well whatsoever. It took me like a year or two to get my makeup down, and like I said, I'm just doing this very subtle, nothing crazy, because this is a beginner's tutorial. And the best advice that I can give you for eyeliner is don't let the brush control you. You control the brush. So just go in soft stroked motions. Get the liner to where you want it. You don't have to wing it out, because I know winging it out can be a little difficult. But do whatever you want with your eyeliner. Put it on. Don't have to. Skip it. Whichever you're comfortable with. Just always remember that you control the brush and the brush does not control you. Next up is mascara. So I'm using this Wander Beauty mascara, and if you guys want to curl your lashes, you can go ahead and do so, but my lashes curl pretty well with this mascara. We are only going to apply to the top lashes. Do not do the bottom lashes whatsoever, because we have not yet put foundation or any more eyeshadow. So only do the top lashes and just evenly distribute as much or as little mascara as you would like. So moving on to the face, we're going to start off with a primer. This is a hydrating primer by Too Faced. It is the Hangover RX. And I'm just going to put about 2 pumps to my fingers and apply that to my face. If you guys have a very dry skin, I would definitely suggest using this primer. It is a 1. So we're going to distribute that all over the face until it feels tacky. So you can, if you can like blot your face and it feels like your fingers are kind of sticking, then that means we're ready for foundation. And I'm going to go ahead and use a beauty sponge for this. This is the one by Morphe. This is my favorite beauty sponge ever. And we're going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation. This is the hydrating one, not the matte one. So what I'm going to do is just get the foundation and put a couple lines of it all around my face. And then we can start blending it out. And again, if you guys have dry skin, I would definitely suggest this foundation. It is medium to full coverage, very buildable. And when applying it with the beauty sponge, you want to make sure that you are lightly tapping it into your face. You don't want to do circular motions. You don't want to drag it, because if you do that, it will look like a mess. And if the foundation doesn't necessarily match your skin, the rest of your body, go ahead and just drag that down your neck like you saw me do. And yeah, so go ahead and evenly distribute this around your face and we will be done with foundation. Next up is concealer, and I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I don't want to mention too much product, or too much different products at least, just because this is a beginner's tutorial. And I'm using that same beauty sponge just to blend it out. Now you can go with a lighter concealer, but I'm not too into the bright under eyes, so I'm just using a neutral one. I'm using the shade medium. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out. And I'm going to put the excess down my nose, on my forehead, and just anywhere else I feel like I need it. And after we're done with that, after it's all blended out, we want to get a setting powder. Now I'm going to use the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. I'm using it in light medium. And if you want to bake, go ahead and do so. But I'm going to use my beauty sponge and I'm just going to dot it around my areas that I concealed. And I don't like to bake for too long, but I will leave some powder on certain areas, like right on the sides of my nose and my smile lines. And after that, I will put the rest of the loose powder just around my face to set it all. But if you guys want to bake, you totally can. You can leave it on, you can leave the powder on there for as long as you would like. Now, if you did put your foundation on your neck, go ahead and blend that out as well. But like I said, I only like to keep it on for a few seconds. So I am grabbing this Morphe brush and I'm just sweeping away the excess powder. So now I'm going to grab this little Define pencil brush and we're going to go back into our eyeshadow palette and get that dark shadow that we used for our outer corners. And we're going to line up our bottom lashes just because it looks a little better when you have your eyeshadow underneath, because it kind of looks like everything blends together. You totally don't have to do it. I know some people are sensitive to it, but if you are not, go ahead and take that same color and we're just going to blend it out. Put as little or as much as you want, and always remember to get a bigger blending brush and just blend it all out just so it doesn't look too harsh. So now that we're done with that, we can go back and get our mascara and finish off our lashes. Just evenly distribute it to your bottom lashes and we are good to go. So moving back onto the face, I'm going to go ahead and get this bronzer. I'm not too sure what the actual name of it is. It just says XO. But I'm getting this little IT Cosmetics foundation brush and I'm going to like lightly contour my cheeks. And what I like to do is just press it in. I don't like to rub it on because then that's how you basically lose all your foundation. Everything we worked hard for on our face, you're going to lose it if you do it too harshly. So I like to pat it on first and then like lightly do circular motions and bring it back. That is the best way to ever contour after you put on your foundation. So if you just follow that, everything should blend out seamlessly. So next up is blush, and I am using again a Tarte Cosmetics product, and this is in the color Feisty, and I'm just going to put them on the apples of my cheeks and drag it up a little bit and apply some on my forehead. Now that we're done with blush, we're going to go ahead and highlight. You totally do not have to highlight if you don't want to, but I love highlighting. So I'm taking this fan brush and I am using the Anastasia X Amarizi highlight. and I'm just lightly putting it on my cheekbone. This is just personally where I like to put it. You can put as little or as much as you want. You can use a different brush, put it all over, but personally I just like to use this amount. Next up are lashes. I'm using the Lashaholic lashes, and these are in the style Instagram, and I'm using a duo dark glue for my eyelashes. You totally do not have to put on lashes either if you don't like to, or if you're not pro at it. I get it, you don't need to put it, but I'm just using these, again, subtle lashes. I usually go more dramatic, but these are the ones I'm going to use. Once you apply your glue, you want to let it dry for a little bit, just like 30 seconds at least. And then once you see that it's getting a little tacky, a little less sticky, go ahead and put them on. I know applying lashes can be hard if you are a beginner, but I promise you, the more you practice, the better it gets, the easier it is. If you need to, use some tweezers, or I know some eyelashes come with the applicator, but I just plop them on and they're good to go. I've been doing lashes for the longest, but just make sure they are sticking well to your inner and outer corners. And last but not least is some lip product. I am using MAC lip gloss. It is a pinky undertone lip gloss because I am creating this type of pink vibe look. You can totally use whatever lip color you want. I'm not too sure the name of this because I've had it forever and the name just washed off. But like I said, use whatever lip product you want. And last but not least, do not forget to put some finishing spray. I'm using the one by Morphe. It is the best finishing spray ever, so just evenly distribute that all over your face and we are done. So this is the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this easy video. This is the easiest way I can do it with a $7 palette from Ulta. It is the best palette. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.